The Lithuanian government had to embark on a program of severe budget cuts to tackle the deficit when the economy plunged by 15% in 2009. And last week, the Lithuanian Prime Minister, Andrius Kubilius, told the parliament that Lithuania may become the new Greece if further cuts are not implemented. Prime Minister Andrius Kubilius is joining me now in Vilnius. Mr. Prime Minister, how serious is the threat of becoming the new Greece?
No, that was some kind of just metaphor used to convince Lithuanian politicians not to think that everything was done. Of course, a lot was done during the last year. We managed to consolidate our deficit by 12% of GDP for 2 years, for 2009 and 2010, but still the deficit is around of 8%. And just now we are planning a new package of consolidation for the next 2 years, which will be around of 5%. And of course, after we did what we did last year, everybody is looking for possibilities to feel themselves a little bit relaxed, which is in our situation is not possible, despite the fact that the economy is recovering in quite a good shape, but still challenges on public finances and on fiscal side.
So you were trying to stimulate your own politicians by injecting a fear of becoming the new Greece. But is it a legitimate concern that Lithuania may go the Greek way?
No, there is no such way. But with one alternative, we shall do what is needed. So my metaphor was very simple. If we shall try to hope that we can do nothing for the next 2 years, then we shall have problems. We shall have problems which we can see just now in the south of Europe. So, but I am quite sure that with our political will, when we managed to consolidate the deficit by 12% during the last year, so to have an additional package with 5%, it will be not a difficult task.
What impact do you see on Lithuania from the current Greek crisis?
Well, perhaps from one side it makes us to feel that what we did, it was a good thing. From another side, of course, we would not like to see any problems in Europe which will create some nervousness in international financial markets, because of course we depend very much on conditions.
Yeah, and you still need to raise more money this year on international markets. Do you think that the conditions will be much worse after Greece?
Well, I would not be able to predict how things can develop in financial markets, global financial markets, but of course we would like to see the same courage in south of Europe as we managed to do against the Baltic states. And of course, we would not like to see any additional problems for us, which come from, let's say, again, some problems, global or European problems, which are not dependent on us.
But should Greek problems become more serious and lead to another liquidity crunch in the markets or spill off to other Eurozone member countries, what impact would that have on Lithuania?
Well, that is what we are looking in a very serious way, that we need to have our consolidation package as soon as possible. We cannot wait till the problems will become more serious in international markets. So that is why I send a message to the parliament.
Your currency is pegged to the euro. If the crisis gets deeper and the euro gets weaker and weaker, will you consider to break that peg?
No, we are not considering such an option.
So you don't have any thresholds till which the euro falls, and you might consider that you're not?
No. We are just we have a very clear strategic goal to diminish deficit, to diminish public debt, and to have a very clear strategy how to join Eurozone as soon as possible.
When will that be?
2014.
Can Greek problems delay that Eurozone entry date?
No, I don't think so. We are really happy that our neighbors Estonians, despite the same recession in all 3 Baltic states, they managed to have good results after all the recession, and perhaps they will join Eurozone from the beginning of next year. and it will be the victory for all three Baltic states.
So you're hoping for 2014?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Andrius Kubilius here in Vilnius, and join me for more interviews from the Baltic Development Forum in Vilnius on Wednesday. I'm Kiryl Sukhotski. This is Reuters.